Boom, guys! Hey, I am incredibly happy because it's the day 30 of me finally finishing the 30 days challenge where I do daily 50 minutes of reading, speaking to the camera, and listening to podcasts each. Amazing. It's been really cool. I learned a lot during these days, definitely. Whether I would definitely highlight the benefit from speaking for 50 minutes every day for a month uh, compared to listening to podcasts or reading, because reading and listening, it's something what we still do daily. We kind of, like, if you compare, also use the pattern of learning a language formula, which is combining passive knowledge, where you listen and you read, with active knowledge, active skills, where you generate the language, where you speak or you write. So it's the same thing here. Just consuming the language, it's not as beneficial as producing the language, generating it. And the same applies with knowledge and with ideas. And that's why I'd say that speaking for these 30 days every day helped me twice as more than each of those things individually and combined as well. Because I've been able to generate so many different ideas and speak for so many different topics. And like, even looking at my notebook, there's so many things that have been written here during this time. So let's see, actually, I believe there is somewhere there should be a start. Yeah, so first I need some water. Mm. Water is amazing, guys. I just love water so much. Really. Out of all the drinks, water is the best. And I'm very happy, Harry. I'm very happy I developed such a personal connection with water instead of any other drink. Maybe I'll record a full video about it. Joking. No. So, back to the topic. So, this is what was generated during my videos. And some of these ideas are super duper cool. Um, for example, here I've been brainstorming on the video how I want my 30 years old version to look like and what do I want my 30 years old version to be doing. And this is the picture right here, right? Stage. This is me. Then, for example, yesterday I've been able to develop in general kind of think of my personal brand, core values, and core product, and other possible products that I might be filming in the next actually month as a next challenge and etc. So I'd say that the most beneficial for me was throughout this challenge is the amount of generated ideas and understanding, being like the ability to better understand where you heading, what is it that you want. However, I wasn't able to fully um, understand the final destination, the exact destination, but I got a sense of where it is, how does it look, how does it smell there. So this is enough for me to kind of start moving in that direction already. That was like, oh my gosh, guys. As you can see, 30 days in, and they still didn't learn to speak. Yeah, definitely need more than that. How do I improve my communication skills? I need even more speaking than this. I need like hours and hours of communication daily. If you think it through, then at the moment after doing this, all right, so yeah, apparently I had to have a little break, and the word little I need to avoid. I don't like using the void, the word little. Actually, for some reason today feels a bit more difficult for me to speak correctly. I'm not sure what is exactly the reason here. I just don't feel like my tongue is listening to me. Mm, I think I need some sparkling cold water. That would be amazing. Damn. Well, normal water is also fine. So, as I told you guys, the amount of ideas generated from this chat, the amount of ideas generated from this challenge is incredible. It's cool in general. It's a great tool for self-reflection, for dealing with unknownness, with doubts. You can just use their camera, this opportunity that you got to speak to, even tell how you feel, express it, let your emotions out, whatever it is, even if it's something that you'd feel um, doubt, doubtful about, or uncertain, or maybe sad, maybe the results weren't as good as you expected, and having this opportunity to speak about it, it does really make it um, easier to deal with, and you're learning to express yourself, and even understanding yourself also, because you need to find the words to describe how you feel. And considering that I'm starting something new, what I've never done in my life before, which is first of all speaking to the camera, second of all finally devoting my time and effort and energy to one thing, third just these two things mostly. I never done it before, so I don't yet know exactly what are the emotions I'm experiencing, and I think a lot of times people just don't talk about it, so they don't fully understand themselves and their emotions and what we're going through internally. knowing what is going on internally, knowing what is it that you're feeling while going through all of this, I believe it's a great advantage because you know how you feel and you can track how you feel and you can use how you feel for your future down moments of uncertainties and darkness. And you can always remember that, hey, I felt kind of similar before, so maybe this is the reason for, like, it's like an equation. X equals Y, for example. And you know that if you feel a certain way, which is X, okay, if, let's turn it around, you do something or you get a certain result, a certain situation, and you feel Y or X, and the situation is Y, or situation is X and how you feel is Y. So later on, when some certain situations will happen, you know that you're gonna feel X, or sometimes when you can't really understand why do you feel X, you can look back and understand that, hey, previously I felt X because of Y. This Y, epsilon, that happened to me in the past, so I should look for similar situations at the moment, and hey, here it is. I really do feel the same way because of the same situation. And I think that can help a lot with moving forward and overcoming your um, inner obstacles, those difficulties. Mm, I'm very happy that I get to do all of these things, and a lot of times I've been thinking about it, and also a lot of times I've been feeling bad for not having that one activity where to which I want to just completely devote myself into or two. And I have it now, and I will do my best to keep it consistent. Also, the question here, how consistent should I be? Should I try to make videos like every single day? Like every single day? I mean, like every single day? Making videos every single day is kind of, guys, what is this guy thinking? He thinking he can just take that and make a 365 videos in a year? Look at him, what a weirdo. Well, I not just can, I want it, and I believe I will do it. But again, what is the. You need to think of. Why am I yawning so much every time I speak? I think it has to do with three factors. Four factors, actually. Three. Okay. First is my natural kind of inherited or native, how do you say it? Um, Chronic lack of oxygen in my lungs when I breathe. So I have to breathe a bit more. I can't fully understand it because my muscles, how's it called? That's the muscle which is responsible for breathing. It's located here, diaphragma. So it actually works normal. Like it works as a normal diaphragma. How do you call it in English? Mm. Diaphragma. Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Jesus. Okay, diaphragm. Well, yes, diaphragm. And that's the first thing. Second thing is that I eat and drink a lot, so my stomach is heavy, so it feels that it's somehow influencing my breath as well. Like it's kind of making it more difficult for me to breathe. And then third is that I keep speaking. So considering the first two, I keep speaking, and because I keep speaking, I also need a lot of air to breathe out, and that makes it even more difficult for my breath. How do I call it? Breath functioning to function properly. And there is also could be the fact that I could be tired. Maybe I am a little not very tired, but I do feel some sort of tiredness. Mhm. My English is developing so good. I know maybe it doesn't sound like this, but it actually is improving, and my ability to speak and to communicate and express my thoughts and my opinions on certain things is improving. I'm much better than I was before in general with my language, with my voice, with my body language, my facial expression, my tone of voice, everything. However, 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 my Russian sucks. My Russian is terrible, and that's why I really enjoy the idea of having friends who I can speak English with. Um, because my Russian is kind of like it sucks. It really does. I'm not really developing my Russian as much. I'm not working on Russian. Everything I'm doing is on English. That's why my Russian is more of a hometown language, which I just use to speak with my friends and family. That's all. I mean, I do use Russian sometimes at my workplace. Sometimes I have students from Russian speaking countries and we need to speak Russian with them, but nevertheless, it's I can't do anything, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to comprehend, to actually think through the idea that I completed the challenge because it went so fast, and I haven't really started to think about it yet. So I'm kind of doing it now. Oh, that was a beautiful yawn. So 40 days ago, I started making this short form videos, and in the past 30 days, I've already completed the first challenge of the channel, which I thought is going to be much more resulting as it is, but it's all right. I learned a lot, so that's what matters. So I think this is kind of when I started it. I remember in the first days we sat down and we actually tried to go through the direct and indirect advantages of me doing it. So the direct advantages, I put here better communication skills, which of course maybe 0.01% I was able to develop it, and now I'm actually more capable of speaking better. So we'll count this one. Then there is quality of sound. What does that mean? It really is quality of sounds. Or how I sound, or I think in general maybe I meant here the sounds I make while speaking, and that even finally I'll be able to kind of what's the right word? Not erase them. Doesn't matter. Structure. What do I mean by structure, bro? Can you write normally? Ability to speak to the camera. All right. Well, yeah, true. That is something what I've been able to develop a bit better nowadays. More knowledgeable. Yes. Okay. True. I've watched a lot of podcasts, and I've read a book. Mm, I watched all the podcasts with Alex Hormozy and Chris Williamson, and now I'm on the last podcast of Joe Rogan and Chris Williamson. So I did watch a lot of podcasts, and as you know, some of them are 4 hours long, so that's really cool. I've been able to learn a lot from Hormozy and from in general their communication, and also watched a lot of different vlogs from Chris Williamson's life. That is actually something what kind of inspired me to go on the stage at the age of 30. I'd love that. Yeah. Alright, maybe under, well, when saying structure, I meant that I'll have a more clearer, more working and easygoing, flowing understanding of how the things should be filmed, which is true. I have a bit more understanding at the moment how I'm doing it, but at the same time, nothing has really changed. Like it's not like I learned crazy things for the past 30 days. I didn't. All I'm doing is placing the camera the same way I used to, and doing the same editing I used to. Nothing new really happened. Maybe the editing part a little. For example, I learned to do some interesting subtitles, and moreover, I learned to do zooms. Yeah. I learned to do zooms. The thing is that, of course, at the moment, when my videos are 50 minutes long, trying to zoom in and zoom out every minute is just gonna take ages for me to do when editing. However, considering that nowadays I will soon start making much smaller videos, 10 times smaller, 5 minutes maybe, I definitely should learn to do zooms and to make it as good looking as possible. I need to do something the same for my next challenge because it's really cool to reflect back. The last thing which I wrote in direct results is results. Direct outcomes, more like externalities. Results, views on YouTube and our platforms, which, yeah, I did. I have 36 subscribers now on YouTube, which is really cool because for a long time, it's been kind of stagnating on 33 and not improving, not growing. And now I hit 3 more subscribers in the past 2 days, 3 days. So I'm really happy about it. I'm surprised. I really am. I'm not sure why people are following me. Is it because we like the content I'm placing in my videos, short form videos, or are they just doing it in order to support me? At the moment, I'm still not sure. I think it's kind of maybe a combination of both. I wonder what are those subscribers. It's I even got goosebumps. Also, what Hormozy and his kind of mentor in personal brand, what we've been saying about personal brand, that in general branding is when you take one thing and associate it with another thing, and that is what branding is. And kind of what I'm doing, I'm taking myself, my identity, and I'm associating it with all those values which I brainstormed yesterday with you about. So is that branding, or should I dive deeper? Definitely I should dive deeper. Maybe I believe there's more to it. So this is about the direct externalities, and now I suggest that we go through indirect ones. So there is developed habit. Ooh, bro is cooking. A developed habit. Do I have one? Well, it's definitely easier for me now to sit down and make videos daily. I'm more used to it. And just because of this, I want to keep doing it. I want to keep doing videos daily, even very small videos, but still doing them daily because I need to build a habit. So I will definitely keep on the work. Second, improved consistency. Damn. For sure. 100%. 100% this is the indirect externality which did happen, is that I was able to improve my consistency. I learned to sit down even if I don't want to and do the thing. And when I when I still have when I know, for example, there were situations where I had to sit down and make a video at 2 a.m. in the morning because I haven't had the time to do it earlier, and because I pushed myself so hard to do it. Next time it happens, I know that I'll have to push myself in case if I don't do it during the day. So I make sure I try more to finish it by night, so I don't have to push myself at 2 a.m. in the morning because I know that I'll have to do it. And if that day when I had to push myself at 2 a.m., I would. I like some phrases, some cool slang phrases, which I would love to use here. Um, I kind of want to say, if I didn't push as hard at 2 a.m., the moment when I had to, I would not feel as responsible to finish my videos earlier because I know that I can just reschedule it for tomorrow instead and fuck off, I don't care shit. No, that should never happen because that's something what makes you believe in yourself much less. Believing yourself, not just in yourself, but also trusting yourself. So if you put a promise to yourself, then you should never, never, ever, you ever, never break the promise. Alright, the next one I have here is better at my 9 to 5 job. Okay, here, guys, to be very clear with you, I have not seen any development, any improvement, any correlation between what I'm doing and my 9 to 5. I'd say that it even kind of made it less in a way important for me to perform well at my 9 to 5, because I kind of know that there is something what I'm doing on the side which is very cool, which I love, and which I would still do no matter the 9 to 5 I'm doing. So it kind of makes it for me more chilled, more easygoing. But of course, I understand the importance of trying hard still. The importance, not importance, brother. Sometimes I just come up with different words. By now, if you watched all of my videos until now, you should know. I want a normal table, guys. I really do. I want a table at which I can just stand on it and it will stay with no movement, solid like a rock. All right, what's the next one? Understanding myself. 100%. I believe this is the most is a part where I develop the most, where I improve the most, is understanding myself. Ideas and the amount of generated ideas. Yeah. So turns out that indirect externalities were and are much more beneficial to me at the moment, at the current moment, than direct externalities. Let's see how it's going to be in the future with more challenges to come. Maybe it's going to change at some point. But anyway, thanks to my mom for gifting me such a beautiful notebook, because this notebook served me very, 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 very well throughout the past days, and it still has a lot of pages to fill. I really hate the fact that I wrote something backwards. I don't think I need it. It just pisses me off. Yeah, I don't care. I know I wrote here something cool, like, yeah, just fucking do it. Without action, I won't go far. I must change the way I interact with this world. System, consistency, action, creating the habit. Yeah, I remember. This is actually a very cool one because it's something what made me. Let me try to kind of remember it by keeping it on the video, so in case I ever want to see it again, I can just stop the video and look at it myself. So here it is, the first page. Here it is, second page. Then there is third page, which is the best one, because here I ask myself a question, like, what do I want to be proud of at my brother's wedding in 120 days from now? And that is something because I answered myself that, well, what I know for sure is that I want to know that I'm not a procrastinator, that I was able to put myself in a situation where I have to perform. I have to do something and I am doing it. I'm staying consistent, and for all 120 days, I've been able to get step and step and one more step closer to completing my goal. So that is something I am very happy about. I would be very happy about. So eventually that brought me to the idea of making videos daily. I asked myself here, this must be 120 days of hard work. Gym, sales, reading, and what? Here I put myself video, Telegram channel, creation. I was like, okay, interesting. How then should I plan my week and days? And then I put myself visualize the result. Yeah, so this was a small step which made me do YouTube and videos and short form videos, and now it's grown to a whole idea that I want to be developing my personal brand and that I'm actually trying hard doing it, and I will continue work on it for the next God knows how much time. So it kind of built my launch of this brick by brick, and this is one of the bricks which I want to get rid of because it just doesn't look aesthetic in my notebook. I mean, what a flip, it's nothing like too crazy. Why did I devote a whole different page to it? That wasn't necessary. Cool. So now I finally have a clean notebook to finish. These pages need to go, need to be taken. Let's try to calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20, kind of 25 pages, I would say, left for me to write here. I mean, considering that every page has 2 sides, even more than that. Anyway. was taking my time to again think it through, the current moment, that frankly all I'm doing at the moment is just sitting in front of the camera and yapping. There is no immediate result, there is no immediate gratitude of this particular action, and yet I still find the courage, the discipline, the motivation, the willpower to complete the action. If you think about it, then it's so cool that you can record certain moments of life. It's like you're stopping the time. I think being able to capture moments, and even big moments, is kind of overtaking the time, because it's endless and it's forever, and you can always get back to it and watch it again, see how you looked, how you sounded, see your thoughts, your actions. It's really cool. It's really cool. I'm very happy that I get to do it. It's so fun. I also think when I'm gonna be much older, like 20 years after now, and I'll develop much stronger foundation, and I'm not sure yet where exactly I'm going to be, but I know that I'm gonna go far. And having these videos, which I'll keep here, is such a cool thing, because you can see how I was a long time ago when I was just starting. How did my videos look like? How I was filming it? What was my setup? What was I saying? My thought processes, all those yawns and sneezes and weird moments that happened throughout my videos. For example, now where I'm scratching my hand on the edge of the table. That triggered me. Guys, here it is. It has been officially over with 30 days challenge, 50 minutes of reading, listening to podcasts, and speaking to a camera each for 30 days. I've completed it. I remember placing this goal long before, I mean, not long before, 1 month ago, and thinking to myself that it will be it will be difficult, very difficult to do. Because I remember my lifestyle back then, I didn't watch podcasts, I didn't read books, and I didn't speak for 50 minutes. And I wasn't really going to a gym either. And then in 30 days, I was able to build the system from scratch. I went hard on myself and I did it. And now it doesn't look as hard anymore. It became easier because I improved my lifestyle. Like I just started watching podcasts when I eat. I started reading after work. I started going to a gym before work. And then I speak for 15 minutes after it. Like it's just super easy for me to do when I developed this system. And then I developed a system and I knew what I have to do during the day. It became much easier for me to perform. So thank you everyone for staying with me through this time. More to come, more challenges. I'm looking forward. The next few days are going to be me brainstorming on the things I want to be doing, and I'm very happy with opportunity for finally taking on new challenges. And yeah, thank you everyone, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.